Hello, in this episode, we're talking about how to make more money mowing lawns. My name is Anthony with Anthony's Lawn Care and Landscaping. I've owned this lawn care, landscaping, tree trimming, and tree removal business for the past 11 years, and these tips have helped us out so much. To learn more and to check out more of our success programs, visit thelawnmowingsidehustle.com, or you can give me a call and set up one free coaching session at 812-929-9463. All right, so back into it. Tip number one is charge more per mow. I know this seems simplistic, but there are situations where a lot of different mowing companies, and you hear it often, they want to optimize their routes, so they will charge less per mow when they're in a neighborhood where they have several lawns they're mowing. And I think you should just charge a minimum no matter what. No matter how small the lawn is, you should always have a minimum.
There's a lot of debate on what this minimum should be, and I see so many guys on YouTube and other people talking about this, and I see people in my hometown, charging 30, 35, even 25, and I've done the math a million times. There's not that much money charging that little when you mow lawns. I think you should have a minimum between 55 and 75. You have gas prices going up, you have inflation, and what's the point of even doing all this if you're not making money?
You can also guarantee a high quality service when you charge a little bit more and really deliver.
And I think when you have a side hustle, you can be more selective because you already have a full-time job paying your bills. So you have the side hustle, and then you just slowly build a list of 20 to 30 lawns that pay you a minimum, I'd say 65 to 75 per mow. And a lot of people think I'm crazy about that, but you're guaranteed to make money at that rate. So I say 65 to 75 minimum. It works for me. You should try it too. And I'm saying 65 to 75 minimum in the year 2022. If gas goes up to $19 per gallon or something ridiculous, obviously that needs to change. But with the way things are in 2022 and how it's been in 2021 and 2020 and 2019, I believe the $65 per mow to $75 per mow price range will work well for you.
And it doesn't matter if you're mowing 5 or 10 in the same neighborhood. I know you can go less, but you could still drive 3 miles down the road and mow at your minimum anyway and make more. And so there's a lot of situations with lawn mowing and landscaping where people want to give you a high volume of work, and in return they want a discount, which I understand that. It's almost like a wholesale rate. But if you do that enough, you'll make less than the person who just sticks with their minimum no matter what, and they optimize their route. Maybe they don't have 10 lawns in one neighborhood, but maybe it's a 2-minute drive to the neighboring neighborhood, and they have 3 more in there, and they're charging their minimum rate no matter what. And maybe they have 10 within a 2 or 3 mile radius, and they're making more per mow. So as you're growing and you want to make more mowing lawns, you need to have the minimum, no matter how small it is. And then as you get bigger, you can even start focusing on smaller lawns with those minimums so you make more. Tip number 2, have a set contract and have it in writing. Have a minimum amount of mows that you'll do in case there's a drought, and have a maximum. What we do for our contract is we pick about the average number, and if we go over that, we don't charge any extra, but that's only 2 or 3 extra mows, not the biggest deal in the world. And if we have a severe drought and we only need to mow 20 times, our client is still getting charged for 25 mows. Condense your route. Number 3, condense your route, have route optimization. That helps significantly, and that's going to allow you to mow more per day. Tip number 4, I've already said it, mow smaller lawns. If you have a minimum and you're mowing smaller lawns, that's going to be a tremendous help. I mean, you don't have to only focus on tiny lawns, but if you have your minimum and people are agreeing to it, That's fine. Number 5, mow more yards.
Obviously, but it still needs mentioned.
If you mow more yards, you're going to make more. So all the other tips tie into this. Mow smaller yards, optimize your route, condense your route. All of these things we're talking about help you mow more yards. Number 6, stick with residential. I mean, I know commercial's tempting and it might seem like you'll make a lot more with that, but commercial is another one of those cases where they'll say, well, we give you so much work, so why don't you do it for less? When you could be making a lot more just doing a few more residential lawns. And the residential accounts are typically more than happy to pay you a little bit more for high quality in their nice neighborhood. Number 7, do not double cut if you do not need to. If the lawn looks nice with a single cut, I mean, you definitely want to be providing a high quality service, but if you're mowing on a weekly basis, there's a lot of lawns that are still going to look just fine. They're going to look really nice with a single cut. Then there's those other lawns where you really do need to double cut, and that's totally fine. You want the lawns to look nice, but we all know that there's situations where you do not need to double cut, and you're going to save a tremendous amount of time, and that will allow you to mow more yards. Number 8, only mow weekly. So when you're designing your contract, you do not book anyone for bi-weekly mowing for twice a month. You do not take on any of those accounts, and you do not ever do one-time mows. So you don't do one-time mows and you don't do bi-weekly. You do every one on a set contract. And you can do weekly for the majority of the season, but let's say it's dry in August, and you could probably do every other week for everyone at that point. Well, you set everyone on your schedule for every other week in August, but you don't want to take on every other week accounts, because if it rains all one week, now they're all waiting 3 weeks to be mowed, and that's just way too long. And then, it scrambles up your schedule. So if you miss that week, now all those every other week accounts are landing on a week where they weren't supposed to be, and then there's more to do, and it's just incredibly difficult to get caught up if you have a bunch of every other week accounts. So you want to keep everyone on the exact same schedule, and then you have happy clients because everyone's lawn is always getting mowed on a weekly basis consistently. And if you have a hotter summer month like August, you can have the whole list at every other week at that point, but you don't have every other week accounts throughout the season. Number 9, do not mow yards with gates or fences that your zero turn cannot get through. This way, you're not push mowing any yards. You don't have to get a 32 or 36 inch mower. You only mow yards that you can get to with your zero turn. If there's a fence or a gate that you cannot get through with your zero turn, you're not mowing it no matter what. And I mean, I understand a lot of these tips are for companies that have been around for a few years. If you're just starting out and this is your first year, obviously you might have to take what you can get. But if you're mowing as a side hustle and you're able to pay all your bills with your full-time job, you might as well just start off this way in the first place. Smaller lawns, lawns that you'll be able to get to with a zero turn. Let's say you're starting off with a push mower. Well, you should still pay attention to what kind of lawns you're taking on. You should still take on lawns that you can get to at the zero turn when you upgrade your mower, because you're gonna make a lot more when you don't have to mess with push mowers and 32 or 36 inch mowers. 10, always provide a high quality service no matter what. So if you do need to double cut, that's totally fine. You wanna be able to provide extremely high quality, and that keeps everyone happy. So you follow these 10 tips, and I know that your income can definitely increase with your lawn mowing. My name's Anthony. I'm happy to help you anytime. I have so many more of these, probably more than 100 tips I can share with you for lawn mowing, landscaping, tree trimming, tree removal, home services. We even own a little house cleaning business. I can help you with your service-based business. We're more than happy to help. You can give me a call anytime for a free consultation, 812-929-9463. You can also check us out at thelawnmowingsidehustle.com. Thank you so much.